Is
Yeah.
it, there was a time, and maybe we still do it, where we were testing attribution theory by talking to women who had been raped.
Mm-hmm.
And like the rape was just the context in which
Mm-hmm.
we studied it.
And do you feel like psychology should have I know you don't like should,
Yeah.
but a project that is, like when you say what's our project, it should have a social justice aspect to it always, or is there room for basic research, or I guess this is my ontology question.
Yeah. I think there is basic research on social justice. I don't want to juxtapose those. I think
Mm-hmm.
people do laboratory experiments that are around social justice. I think
Mm-hmm.
the work of Banaji or John Jost or
Mm-hmm.
Gardner and DeVideo or Faye Crosby, people
Mm-hmm.
are doing basic research that speaks to questions of social justice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. What I worry about is that there's a kind of creeping hegemony with respect to funding publications,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
funding publications and what's considered rigorous.
Mm.
That is privileging either practice professionalism or experimentation, quantitative methods,
Mm.
and that I worry that kind of young psychology scholars who are interested in more critical methods
Mm-hmm.
are teaching not inside departments. They're getting jobs in ed schools, which is what I did.
Yes.
Human development, social work, nursing,
Women's
communications, women's studies.
Yes.
And so that by so doing, we've kind of left
Mm-hmm.
psychology to the MRIs, to the imaging machines, to the
Mm-hmm.
brain cognitive, and so the social gets locked off.
Mm-hmm.
That's a worry, that there is a kind of creeping hegemony toward a singular ontology that's problematic with respect to asking questions that are profoundly social and about justice. But I don't know that social justice requires a singular method, or in fact it's clear to me it doesn't. But psychology as a discipline needs to create room for folks who are doing critical work, and I do worry that we have now found our own journals, found our own book series. Selchuk and I want to do an essay with our students on these maps and how they do and don't speak back to the quantitative stuff. And like just last night we were saying, what journal's actually interested in that intersection, right? Kind of, are there methods journals? I mean, the qualitative journal will do it.
Yes. But by then you're already talking to people who already know this.
Yeah, and
right.
And that's okay, because it's kind of fun to be in those conversations.
Yeah.
But psychology is becoming kind of a gated community. As my students are looking for jobs, I can see what psychology means increasingly. And again, once they get their imaging machine, it's over.
Yeah.
So keeping the kind of pluralism of psychology, keeping SPICY in psychology, keeping critical perspectives in psych feels like working against a gated community, an increasingly gated community.
Yeah, completely.